let's start an underhand weave here. And then as you're doing this, just let's take a moment here, relax into this weave, and then bring your hands up and up and up and up. And now bring your hands down, 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 all the way down, as far down as you can go without hitting the floor. And then come back to middle of your body, low and tight, so hands in and below your boobs. So if you're feeling yourself drifting forward like this, bring your hands in, and down. And if you need to, feel invited to shift your weight side to side like this to accommodate it. That will also help get you into the groove as you're dancing. Now with your right foot forward, we're gonna take the movement, turn to the left. When the right hand comes under the left, come into your pinwheel. And then we'll bring the right hand down and come back underneath and come back into underhand weave. And then with your right hand under, turn back into the pinwheel again. And now we're gonna bring the right hand down on the front and then bring the left hand under, come back to underhand weave. And then one more set, we're gonna turn to the left again to the pinwheel. And then bring your right hand down, bring your left hand underneath, come into the underhand weave here. Open it up to circles. And we're gonna sweep over the top and go into the overhand weave. And now when the left hand is on top, turn to the right, come into your pinwheel, and then bring your left hand down, cross your right hand on top, go back into the weave. So you're here, counterclockwise. Bring your left hand down, cross your right hand on top, come into the weave. You're up here in the pinwheel, bring your left hand down, cross your right hand over the top of it, coming back into your overhand weave. Nice work. From your overhand weave, when your left hand is on top, we're gonna turn to the right again, come into the pinwheel. Then one more time, we're gonna go down, bring the left hand down on the front, cross the right hand over the top as you turn 90 degrees into overhand weave. And then when your left hand is on top, bring your right hand behind your head, come up to the pinwheel. Now we're gonna keep turning to the right. Bring your right hand down, come into the underhand weave. And then from your underhand weave, when your right hand is on bottom, turn left, come up into the pinwheel. And then we're gonna turn left again, bring the left hand down on the front, cross the right hand over the top, and now you're back to overhand weave. And then we'll go through the set again. When the left hand is on top, turn to the right, hold the right hand back behind the head, come into your counterclockwise pinwheel. Bring your right hand down on the front, cross your left hand underneath, come into the underhand weave. Beautiful. And now we're gonna go back the other way. When the right hand's underneath, turn to the left, come into the pinwheel. And then you'll bring your left hand down on the front, cross your right hand over, go into overhand weave on the left side. Now open it up. We're gonna do a couple stalls to practice. Stall your left poi. So the left will be underhand and the right will be overhand. Then stall your right poi, and they'll both be underhand. Stall your left poi again, and the left will be over, right will be under. Stall your right poi, and then they'll both be over, so you should be back where you started in overhand. We're gonna do two more stalls. Stall your left poi, so the left is underhand, right is overhand. Stall your right poi, and then they should both be underhand. And then from here, let's go into the underhand weave. And then we're gonna turn to the right, going into clockwise pinwheel, like this. And then we're gonna turn back to the left to go back to underhand. So bring your left hand down on the front and cross your right underneath to go back into underhand. Your underhand's here. When the left one is on bottom, turn to the right, come into the clockwise pinwheel. Then we're gonna turn back to underhand weave again. So you'll bring your left down on the front and cross your right underneath it. Beautiful. And then one more set. We're gonna, when the left is on bottom, turn right, come into clockwise pinwheel. And then again, we're gonna bring the left poi down on the front, cross the right one underneath, and then we're back in underhand one more time. Okay, now we're gonna go back up to the pinwheel when the left is on bottom. And now we're gonna turn to overhand on the right. So you'll bring your right hand down on the front and then turn right, cross your left over the top of it to come into overhand weave on the right side. And then when the right hand is on top, turn left, pull the left hand behind the head, come into the clockwise pinwheel. And then we're gonna bring the right hand down again on the front, and then cross the left over the top to go into overhand weave on the right side again. And then when the right's on top, turn left, pull the left hand back behind the head again, and we're back into the clockwise pinwheel. And then one more time, you're gonna bring the right hand down, cross the left hand over the top of it. Now when the right hand's on top, we're gonna turn to the left, pull the left hand back behind the head, come into the clockwise pinwheel. Now we're gonna continue turning to the left, bring the left hand down on the front, take the right poi, come underneath, turn left, come into underhand weave. Now we're gonna turn to the right, going back to overhand. So we're gonna first, when the left is underneath, turn right to the pinwheel. And then from the pinwheel, bring the right hand down on the front side and cross the left hand over the top of it, going into the overhand weave here. And then when your right hand is on top, turn to the left, pulling the left hand back behind the head, back into the pinwheel. And then from the pinwheel, take your left hand, bring it down on the front, cross your right hand underneath as you turn to the left, back into underhand weave. Here, sorry, clockwise pinwheel. And then you're gonna bring your left hand down on the front and cross your right underneath and then push down and forward to go into the underhand weave on the left side. You bring your left poi down on the front, cross your right underneath, and then you push down and forward as you're turning toward the side to maintain the momentum to go into the underhand weave. Put your left hand here. We're gonna take your right poi from here. I want you to cross it underneath and push down and forward, and that's your entry into the underhand weave. That was great. Let's do that again. So your left poi is here, the right comes across underneath, push down and forward, entering into the underhand weave. And then one more time, your left poi is here. So your right would be here. You bring it down and under as you turn 90 degrees into the underhand weave. So if we start up here again, we're in the clockwise pinwheel. Now we'll do it as one fluid motion. You take the left poi down, bring the right underneath, push down and forward, come into the underhand weave on the left side. In the same place that you're so facing the left, in the same place where you would turn into the pinwheel, like this, instead of turning into the pinwheel, what I want you to do is keep turning into the overhand weave. We're facing here in overhand, and we're gonna